This is A Drink with the Hurricane, the talk show discussing all things growing your home care business. Social media makes it easy, LinkedIn especially. You could go through Facebook, but LinkedIn especially. Because everybody has their name, their title, who they are. You can find exactly who they are, start following their page, maybe introduce yourself, or see if you have a connection that is already connected to them and ask that person to make an introduction to you online. This is all part of your reconnaissance. The Facebook part of it, the reason why I mention that, look through your profile now to see if you know somebody who works at the hospital. So part of how I got into the hospital so quickly, besides the fact that I had developed the entire territory, I also had a friend of mine from high school who worked as a radiology tech at that hospital. Now, a radiology tech, can she refer me business? No, but she works at the hospital, which means if I wanted to meet her for a cup of coffee in the cafeteria, I could get past security at the front desk to go to the cafeteria. A lot of hospitals have Starbucks and Walgreens and restaurants and other pharmacies inside the hospitals. You can access those places once you get past security, so that's where you can meet somebody who you know who works there. Now, here's the way to do it though, okay? Don't be creepy, okay? So when you go on your Facebook and you find your friend, like my friend Jonna, okay? I hadn't seen Jonna in like 15 years. So I didn't just go on Facebook and be like, hey, can I meet you for a cup of coffee? I started to like her photos, right? Oh, I saw she got married. Congratulations. Oh, she's got a son. Oh, he's the handsome baby. Oh, your baby's so beautiful. Do you work at the hospital? Yes, I do. I'm a radiology tech. How did I know that? Because it says it in her profile, right? Stalker 101, right? And then after time of reconnecting and re-engaging, I said I'd go to the hospital consistently. I'm probably going to be there on Tuesday. I'd love to just grab a cup of coffee at Starbucks and see it. Could we do it? Yeah, sure, no problem. Boom, done. She was really good friends with Irene, who was the head of case management, and she made the introduction. That started the entire process of me developing that account. Find out what events the hospital is having. Every hospital, well, not every hospital, most hospitals are for-profit businesses. I'm going to repeat that. Most hospitals are for-profit businesses. That means that they have a bottom line and they better be making profit. Otherwise, they will make changes or go out of business. So because I know that they're for-profit business, I want to find out what events are they doing to drum up business. What charities do they have? What other events, vendor fairs and health fairs? Be a part of everything you could possibly be affiliated with the hospital. Do they offer your services in-house? This is really big. So if I'm a home health company, do they have their own? If I'm a hospice company, do they have their own hospice? If I'm a private duty, do they have their own private duty? This is a great way in the account. One of my clients that I showed you the picture of yesterday, I'll show you the picture again in a couple of minutes. One of my clients there, when they developed Barnabas Hospital in South Jersey, Toms River, they found that they had their own private duty home care affiliated with the hospital. So the strategy that I helped them employ was to find out what kind of business does that hospital's home care agency take and what kind of business do they shy away from. They said, this was the hospital one, they can't handle same-day discharges and they did not offer live-in. My client built a live-in program and said, we'll take all your live-ins. And they said they came up with a way, team leads, care coordinators, and we'll take your same-day discharges. So every referral that came in to the hospital's in-house home care company that needed to start tonight or live-in, they passed on to my client. And let me tell you, folks, when you're number 2 on a hospital list, you get a ton of referrals. That's part of the reason why that client went from $1 million to $5 million in revenue in a few short years, because they got into that hospital. The goal, when you look at your hospitals and you do your research, select the 2 hospitals that are the easiest for us to develop. That's your goal. Hospitals are tough. Choose the ones that you have the most amount of access, the ones that would be the easiest for you. Once you're done with your reconnaissance, the next thing we have to do is we have to develop a plan. How am I going to get my foot inside the door to get these nerds, right? We got to free the nerds. Oh, I like that. So the dragon has the nerds in captivity, and we've got to free them as the ninjas that we are. That's our mission, free the nerds, right? Love it. Determine the weakness. So you did your reconnaissance, right? What is their readmission per diagnosis? Very, very important. What's the one? Every hospital's got something that they don't do well. What can we do to support the one that doesn't do well? Readmission rates by diagnosis. Look at that. I already know this. Create specialty programs to develop these weaknesses. Clients, again, fast start, lesson 4. I keep referencing that back because that's huge. That is absolutely huge. So if I find that their biggest weakness is congestive heart failure, they have the highest readmission rate for that, and it's so high that it's higher than the state and national average, they're probably getting penalties. That's a pain point. If I can create a program around taking care of a congestive heart failure patient and transition them home, I'm going to have the ears of all of those case managers and social workers who work there, because their higher ups are saying, we've got to do better here because this is where we're losing money. Make sense? Yes or yes? Yes. Then, here's the key. Make sure you can deliver on these programs, right? Remember, as I said before, this is one-shot kill. You get in there, you do a lunch and learn, you mess it up, they'll never refer you again. So make sure that you can deliver on everything that you're promising here. I want you to have what's called fearless confidence and self-mastery.